Alright, hello guys, so welcome back to another session. Today we're going to do an hour session, so let's see how far we can go. Alright, so I think from last left off I was still just editing my level because we recently just implemented a particle system in which, we changed the shape to be from the cone to become a box, and then we kind of scaled it so that way the particles can have a bigger range at which to generate these particles. And as you can see from here, let's go see how it looks like in our game first. I do have an issue with this, and I mentioned that I was going to fix it later down the line, like when we finish this tutorial and we're gonna start fine-tuning our game. That's when I'm gonna try to make it look a little bit better. But yeah, hopefully not too extreme. And yeah, so it seems like we still we still can't take damage from these zombies. Let me see if we have that or not. I don't think he has it, or we never applied a damage dealer script to these zombies. Oh, we did. Then I still don't. Huh. We'll have to fix it. Let me see if I wrote it down here. I currently can't. Yeah. Alright, so we'll probably get to these things after we're done with the tutorial, which, or for this game only, which still seems like a lot. Yeah. But, eventually we'll finish this, and then we're gonna come down and implement these fixes or additions, as well as, creating a more interesting map for sure. And yeah, so let's continue learning the particles. Take that off first, and yeah, let's go load the video. Yeah, cool. Oh wait. I think I need to go back a little. Kind of lost. Yeah, I think. Oh yeah. I want variation as well. Alright, let's go do that too. So we can change to go to particles. We haven't put it in our prefab yet, but we're still editing. You know what? Let's do that right now. And then we could change the prefab, which will hopefully, and it looks like it will change the one we have in our hierarchy. Let me just try something, because I've seen some videos where like these developers has had their hierarchy next to the inspector, and I kind of see why, because like if you were looking at the hierarchy, you have to drag your eyes all the way across to the inspector, which does take time, as opposed to just like having it here, and then you can just click, and then you can just instantly look to the right to see where it's at. It will take time to get used to, because I'm used to this being on the right side. Let me change the screen a bit to kind of show you at least the game. Hopefully that's better. You probably won't be able to see the inspector, but it's fine. You just need to really care about this part. So yeah, we need to change the start size, but we want to change in variation as opposed to static or constant. So let's do this. Let's make it 0.5. And how about 0.7? 8. Does that look good? Oh, it is. This is the editor. My bad. I think I would rather have the scene on this side. As well. So I'm just gonna hide this for now. So what do I say? I think that looks decent. So mine would be 0.5 to 0.8. Let me look at how it looks actually. So let's maximize the play. Play. Yeah, I guess that works. Alright, so let's continue. Yeah, that looks really good. So let's go do that. So first of all, we need to change the speed, right? Oh, let's play. And then we're gonna change the speed so that way we can have varying speeds for the particles. So we could have one where it's like 1, and the other one could be like 3. And then just change the time to, let's say, 15 or 10. 10 should be fine. Yeah, that looks good. I wonder if there's a way to just immediately start, because you know when I hit play, like see how the snow just starts coming. I wonder if I could press start and like the particles will just have already kind of started, and I died. But you know, yeah, I really like this over the other one, because yeah, it seemed like it was uniform and it didn't look quite right, but it was like good enough. But this makes it even better. Yeah. All right, cool. Actually, yeah, let's actually try, and I'm shift shafting here a bit. Let's try making it a little bit slower, because this isn't really a heavy storm or a heavy snowstorm, but like it's a light snow, so it's just slowly falling. We gotta increase the time again to 15 maybe, or how about 12? Oh no, 13. Oh, 15 should be fine. Yeah, that should be fine. Alright, cool. I might make it a little bit yellow, but not like too yellow. And then yellow and white. So alpha decreases or increases the transparency. Alright, so take off shave. I want to go to the color over time, color by speed. What was it again? Rotation. Oh no, it's over here. So there we have, so we can choose that or yellow. Kind of lightish yellow, but we're gonna decrease the opacity or the transparency. Yeah, we're gonna make it a little bit closer to the white side. Cool. Let me see how that looks. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Because then it's not too distracting from what the actual things the player needs to focus on. Oh, that's what I wanted. Pre-warm, what does it say actually? When played, a pre-warm system will be in a state as if it had emitted one loop cycle. It can only be used if the system is looping. I wonder what that means. A system is looping. Because I figure in a game it's always going to be looping. Like it's always going to be going until some event happens, right? Or the user exits the game. But anyways, this is what I want. I wanted to make it look like the particles were already happening in the beginning, and it's so pre-warm basically allows us to execute one loop of the particles being created. So that way it makes it look like it's already happening at the beginning of the game. What I do want to also add, because I don't think he's going to do it, is kind of add scene manager, where you create a starting screen and a game over screen. I'm not sure if he's going to do that or not, but just to be safe. Create a second particle system, huh? Alright, so I mean we have this, but we can delete it now since we kinda already did this. So we're not gonna use a prefab because this is all about learning, and we gotta just keep redoing it until we get the habit of it. Right? So this is our particle system that we have. Alright. I'm thinking of some ideas as to what it could possibly be. How about we make it face like this angle? R-E-A-Z. So to drag this, from what I remember, you have to go down or up as opposed to, you know, rotating it, because, you know, that would be my first instinct, considering it is a circle, right? But it's actually, like, my first instinct is to go like this and then go around, but no, it's either up or down, like that. So then let me see how this looks. It probably looks really messy. You could say wind, I guess. Alright. So I do like the cone. Yeah, I like the cone, so let's do that. And then we have to go to the size, or the radius, and just increase it. Right. Let's say 4 should be good. There's no texture. What is this? So I wonder why this doesn't change. Changes the color. Oh, wait a minute. It changes, so it follows a pattern of the color. That's insane. So if I wanted to click on this red, it'll have red and white. Right? I see red. Yeah, I see red, and there's a little bit black, I guess. If I want green, it has green, black, and there should also be some white. Eventually? Oh, there it is. Yep. Oh, wow, that's interesting. But that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for, like, the actual, like, image of the particle or something like that. Maybe render? Render mode. Texture sheet. Lights, trail. Noise, collisions. I think press X. Oh, maybe it's in material. Never mind. Alright, so I guess we want to add the wind. So let's actually make this really small. We're gonna... Yeah, I think that probably has good effect on it. Let me see. And if we also have another particle, like, well, no, we have to make it look like there's wind, but, you know, they're all going down, so it doesn't really make sense to have it. Oh yeah, we also need to fix the waypoints. I mean, look at that. Didn't mean to do that. I wanted to go here and then say fix the paths during tuning. Fix the paths during tuning. How about we do it like this, and we go to rotation, E, and then push it down like that. Actually, it looks pretty good. We're not going to change the... It's not called wind. It's just... We'll just say faster snow. Faster snow, right? The color looks fine. I don't like the transparency, but we could if we wanted to. We also change the color variation, the size variation too, even the speed at which they go, or the lifespan. We'll make it let's say 8. Yeah, 8, and then we're gonna go between 3 to 6. Why did they look like that? What happened? What did I do? Wait, what? Did that change back? No, it didn't. What did I do? Wait, what did I... What happened? Start delay, 5 lifetime. We're gonna do pre-warm as well. Oh, so I noticed the start delay, so... I wonder when I'll ever use that. I guess when, you entered a new map maybe, and then you have the particles entering is what I'm thinking. Let's see, start size, what? I don't know what happened, to be honest. I'm stuck. What the heck? Why does it look like this? So we know shape is the shape of the, I guess the transmission, or the, not transmission, I guess the shape at which we're delivering or generating these particles. So I don't think that's affecting the actual particles themselves, unless I did something here, like in the renderer, and I accidentally messed up somewhere. Which, if that's the case, then I mean, this could be a good learning. If I'll spend maybe until I hit 25 minutes on it. If I can't figure it out, then I'm just gonna redo everything again. Alright, so duration, no, it's lifetime. Look at what we have in similarities. What's this? Why is is it because mine is a cone? No. Oh wait. Oh, that's why. That's interesting. So there's this 3D start size. Let me see that. I see. It's pretty interesting. Holy moly, what the heck? So then if I take this off, it's still behaving in 3D. It seems like it. It still behaves like it's... Oh, maybe that's supposed to be how it is. Yeah, it seems like that's the case. I wonder... I'm thinking, does this make our game 3D? Because we're implementing 3D? No, I meant like 2.5D. Is particles really 2D or 3D? Unless we can make it 2D, make it look like 2D. Because I thought it was just gonna be like 2D, but it's actually 3D. So I'm kind of mind blown a little bit. But yeah, I guess that should work. Go back here. Let's see how this looks. Yeah, maybe didn't make the snow look too big, and Yeah, I think that looks good. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, let's continue. He didn't teach us that. But I think that'd be, yeah, let's decrease the rate of emission for this one. So we gotta go to, not sure where it is. Where's that? Where'd you get that? How do you get that? Oh, emission. Oh, right here. And the rate, we could say, how about 5? Because we don't want to make it too distracting. Right, we just want to add a small effect along with the current snow that we have. You know what? I think we should just make it go down as well. It does kind of look funny how, like, how the yeah, because it makes it look kind of funny how, like, the snow is actually going this way, whereas, like, the snow seems to be going this direction. So it doesn't really align with the wind, so it does break immersion. But I figured this is probably a little bit better. Or how about, I want to try out something. We move this to the center. We change the shape to that of, first of all, let me just view it. Change the shape to be, let's say, a circle. How about a donut? Nah. Yeah, I think that's fine. Alright, let's continue. That looks difficult as quiz time. Yeah, these quizzes also help because it makes you think like what's been happening lately and kind of learn to understand what's happening. So given that we used a coroutine for player shooting, why don't we need to use a coroutine for enemy shooting? Before I look at the answers, I think for me to think about it, I think the reason why we don't do that is because as opposed to player shooting, which relies on user input, enemy shooting doesn't. So it needs to it doesn't need to be oh wait actually no, maybe that's not the reason. I think the reason why is because we don't want the enemy to rapid fire and hold, and also the user input thing. So yeah, all right, let's look at the answers. The player needs to be able to shoot at a faster repeat rate than enemies, which require us to use a coroutine. We use a coroutine for the player so that they don't have to keep tapping the button, but we don't need that to do that for the enemies. We can just simulate pressing the button with a timer. Because we have so many enemies on screen at once, we don't want to be introducing so many coroutines at the same time because it will slow down the performance of our game. I'm not sure about that. I don't know how like coroutines really affect the performance of our game. Like I don't know how CPU intensive it is or anything like that. But he never mentioned that at all in the tutorial, so I don't think that's the answer. Because our enemies are evil. Nah, I'm just kidding. Alright, so it's one of these two. The player needs to be able to shoot at a faster repeat rate than enemies, which require us to use a coroutine. You don't need. I mean, in that case, you don't. Like, if our main goal for the player is just to be able to shoot fast, then we don't really need a coroutine. We could just use the while loop that we did earlier, where if we just press the space bar once, it just continuously fires at a certain rate. Doesn't necessarily mean we need to use coroutine. So I'm going with the second answer. We used a coroutine for the player so they don't have to keep tapping the button, but we don't need to do that for the enemies. We can just simulate pressing the button with a timer. So I think it's that one. Yes. Which attribute can we use to keep the variables in our inspector nice and tidy? I'm guessing it's referring to let me see if I can find it. Is it I think it was the enemy. Let's go to prefab. Player? Was it player? Yeah. So in our player script we had these headings, which I forget, but I think it's in our player script, right? And I could have just looked at it through the inspector, but it's fine. So yeah, so header and then the string. I should probably do that with the enemies as well. You have health, shots, counter. Don't really know how to break that up at the moment, but yeah, so it's header. If we use layers for game objects, where is it that we can change which objects collide with which other objects? I forgot what the name is, but I do remember it was in the physics setting 2D. So I think I'm gonna go with this one. But just to double check, we need to go to edit, project settings, physics 2D. Oh, it's called layer. Yeah, I didn't read that. So it is called layer collision matrix. In our script, which scrolls are background, what do we change each frame in order to give the magical illusion of scrolling starfield background. The quad texture properties, the Y transform position, the X transform position, and the texture offset. So we did the quad is the kind of like the template in which we just dragged the image that we had, and it's asking us what are we changing to give that what variable are we changing to create that illusion of the background changing. So I remember we do have an offset, which we add on to the materials offset property. Not necessarily the quad. The quad is just a template in which you apply the image that you want to be displayed in it. I don't know how these two are part of it, but I think I'm going with this one. Because if we look at the script for the background, you have to go here. If we look over here, we have this my material main texture offset. Then we just add the offset times the time delta time, and just as a reminder for myself is to make this frame rate independent, which again to remind myself, which means that it's being updated in respect to time, I guess computer time, or the engine's time, or the game's time, game's internal time, instead of how fast it can process this line of code depending on the hardware you have. Which is never good, because that would be like, I imagine like if they did that in like FPS games like CS:GO, it would be really unfair. People with high tech or high spec computers can easily react faster than the low spec users, and yeah, it would not be balanced at all. Someone should include that as the as a pay to win feature. Nah, I'm just kidding. Alright, so let's see. Question number 5. Which setting from our particle system image below should be changed to make an individual particle last longer before it blinks out of existence? So that would be the lifetime. Max particles, I assume, just changes the number of particles that can be displayed or emitted onto our screen at any given moment. Duration, yeah, I don't know what duration is. Start lifetime is what I think it is, which is just the lifespan of our particle. And then speed just changes the speed of the particle. I'm not sure what duration is, and I'm gonna go check it out now. The length of time the particle system is emitting particles. If the system is looping, this indicates the length of the cycle. So this is, so if it's looping, which is what it is, not sure when it would, again, other than like going to a new scene, I guess, or something in a cutscene. I don't know. Yeah. So since it is looping, it just indicates the length of one cycle. Then what's the difference between that and the start lifetime? Start lifetime in seconds. Particles will die when its lifetime reaches 0. And this one's saying indicates the length of one cycle. Yeah, I'm not really getting the difference between them. I mean, maybe in the lifetime shows like the lifespan of the particle versus duration, which which resets the life cycle every 5 seconds. I don't know. I'm gonna quickly Google that up. I guess it's kind of like an abstract thing. They are kind of similar, except duration talks about in time interval, and lifetime talks about someone else's life. I know that wasn't really related to Unity. It was actually just a definition of both of them. But I mean, I can kind of see it a little bit better, but it's still kind of iffy for me. So yeah, let's go this. I'm gonna go with lifetime. Yeah. Cool. Explosion particle effect. So I think this is where we actually start implementing. Yeah, thanks. Wait, animations? We're doing animations now? Let me see. Oh, we're not doing animations yet, are we? I thought we were doing animations in Glitch Garden. Huh. So what I'm gonna do, because we could do blood particles. Since I'm gonna do this for the particles, because I like the way it, let me see how it looks like first. Yeah, I'm thinking of something like that, which looks pretty simple, right? I just need to lower the amount of particles emission, lower the amount of emitted particles, and then yeah, maybe decrease the lifespan so that it doesn't kind of exaggerate like this, because we want it to disappear immediately, because there's so many enemies. We don't want so many particles happening at the same time, so we want them to end real quick. Yeah, and then just if I can learn how to apply a texture to the, not like texture as in, not in like in the color sense, but texture as in the changing of the shape of an individual particle to, let's say, match that of like a teardrop or like a blood drop. I'll probably look one online to see if I can use it. Yeah. But what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna follow his way, and then once we're done with adding the particles for it, yeah, which just seems to be like this video, I'm gonna create the blood version. Oh, that's why it didn't. That's how you do it, I guess. So to change the shape of a individual particle, we need to first, get our desired image, which is, in this case, would be that explosion particle, and we need to convert it to a material, and then change the material of the particle system to be that, and that's how we would change it. Alright, let's just do that real quick. First, create a material, and we'll call this explosion particles. And then click on albedo, in which case we'll click on the explosion, which is this. And now we want to change the shader type to be the one he chose. I forgot which one. Let me double check. To particles and alpha blended. I don't think we have that anymore. Or we have to particles nature. Oh, we gotta look for it. FX? No. GUI? Nope. Skybox? Particles? Skybox? Sprites? No. Standard? What does he have in this thing? It says tint color and particle texture. So I'm guessing we just go mobile and particles. Oh, here it is. Alpha blended. Oh, that was easy. Alright, so let's go with that. Alright, wait, before we continue, so we're gonna create a effects, a particle system, another particle system. We're just gonna test it out. Go to renderer, change it to the explosion material, but it doesn't look quite right because we haven't told Unity that, or the particle system, that the image that we placed is an animation. Ah, no wonder. I was like, why can't I view it? I had to check mark it. Wait, what? So we gotta go to the texture animation and then go zoom in because I just want to look at how it looks like. And the tiles, so this is row and this is column, right? Oh, no, this is column, this is rows. So we wanted 3, 2. The heck happened? 3. Those are not the shapes I'm looking for. So that's rows and columns. I wonder how it does that though. Like, is it because it's been like they're all equally distant? Is that why? Let me just double take this. I'm guessing that's the case. Like it breaks it off. So I wonder if you have to like create particles like that. I don't know. I guess over time I'll figure it out. Right now it's still a mystery to me. Right, we don't want looping. Oh, that's an example of why we won't want looping. Right, that makes sense. And then this is where texture is good, so that way it matches the color of anything we want. And it also makes different, each particle different colors. Oh wait, he could just do that. Never mind. Oh, gradient. Whoa. Alright, let's go mess around with that. Wait, did I change anything? What is it compiling? I don't know what's compiling. Alright, so we're gonna try to do what he did. Creating a life cycle. Oh, I see. So duration is the particle in system itself. Lifetime refers to the particles. Ah, interesting. Interesting. That actually makes much more sense. So no wonder nothing is being generated, because I said the life or the duration of the particle system to generate these particles is 10 seconds. Right, so, and nothing's being generated. But if we do looping, it seems like the time is going on, and now, wait, stop. Oh, yeah, I guess every 0.10, it I mean, I still don't understand the life cycle thing. Like, what is it life cycling, or what is it? What is one life cycle? Is it referring to like how many particles it lets out? So let's not do loop, right? Let's do one. Yeah, alright. So that's what it is. So the life cycle is the how many is the number of particles that we allowed, which is emission. So in this case it'd be 10. So this is a one life cycle. Generating 10 particles is considered one life cycle. So yeah. So by making the duration 0.10, it means that we're generating 10 particles in 0.10 seconds. That's one life cycle. And all right, yeah, that's making a lot more sense to me now. Let's see. Start lifetime. Lifetime is of course the particles itself and the duration at which their lifespan is. So if we make it 5 seconds, then that would mean that the particles have 5 seconds before it disappears or gets destroyed in memory. But duration is the time before it generates another batch of particles. Huh, that's pretty cool. Alright. So what else did he do? Kind of got distracted a little bit. So he wanted to, first let's play, make this looping. So we want to, since we want to generate the particles fast, like what he said, we do want to decrease the duration. So we want to increase the number of particles appearing per second. And then lifespan, well, we want it to be short, but we want it to be variant. So I think it was 0.1 to 0.2. Kind of like that, I guess. And then we want to go to the color. And then we did gradient. Oh, we have to click on here. So now we have our gradient editor. I wonder why his looks way different. Oh, it's the same. Mine's just because it's dark mode, or dark theme. So let's go to gradient, click. So we can choose whatever blend we want, I guess. So let's say, red, because that's what we want. Then press on the new, and that's what we get. So I guess you can create your own scheme or theme of colors that, let's say you have this theme going on in your game in which you want to follow, so you create this gradient batch, and then so it's easier for you to kind of adjust the colors of your objects of your game to stay consistent with the overall colors of it. Nice. I see that. Red particles. Alright, I mean, I really don't know. I don't think I'm gonna mess with this too much because I don't see the use of it right now, since I'm not really making a theme type game. But I think that'd be pretty cool to mess with, because I figure this gradient doesn't only apply to particles, right? We can apply it to, let's say, oh wait, maybe it is only particles. Oh wait, never mind. I guess I was wrong about that. But I mean, that'd be pretty cool to be able to just change it. Or maybe it is, I don't know. I'll probably have to figure it out. But it looks like my hour is about to end. Yeah, alright, so I think I'm gonna end it here for now. I know we're getting to the good part too, but I gotta stay consistent. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.